What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into episode number 806 of Underground Sports Philadelphia, presented by the city of Vineland. It's your boy KB coming at you solo dolo here on Christmas Eve to get your holiday season started off the best way possible. Got a fun show planned for you guys. We're going to talk Eagles-Bills. We're going to talk some Philadelphia Flyers. We're going to talk a little holiday spirit. As you see, I got my Stranger Things. I'm ready to go. 11 days of Christmas, baby. Should be a fun one. It'll be a fun, lighthearted episode as we get ready for the holidays. But before we get into everything, make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI across the board. We're on every social platform. It really helps us continue to grow. We're super close to 4,000 followers on Twitter, super close to 2,000 followers on Instagram. So please, please, please follow us on the socials. We're super close to 400 followers on TikTok. We've been a lot more consistent with posting on TikTok lately. So yeah, follow us on the socials. You can follow me on Twitter at KBIZZL311, KBIZZLE11 on Instagram and Threads. Subscribe to the pod, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave us a 5-star review. It goes a long way for helping this show continue to grow. It helps all of our shows on the network continue to grow, gets us in that algorithm. So please, please, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. And guys, you all know, subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. YouTube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. That is where you get full video episodes of this show twice a week. Full video episodes of every show of our original 6 on the network. Clips, shorts, live streams, original video content. It is all on our YouTube channel. Listen, guys, we put the signal out there yesterday, and a lot of you have come through. We're at 1,185 subscribers. 1,185 subscribers. I believe the last episode we recorded, we were at 1,177. So we've gained 10 subscribers in 2 days. I would love, at minimum, 15 more of you to subscribe before the end of the year. We have 7 days to hit that goal, and the ultimate goal would be to hit 1,231 subscribers. Now, you're probably like, KB, why such a uber-specific number? If we get 46 more of you to subscribe, we will double our entire subscriber growth count from all of 2024. So that means we will have 2 times the output of subscriber growth that we put out in 2024 altogether this year. And to show that to big advertisers, to show that to new advertisers, to show that to anybody, quite frankly, that wants to work with us and can show that we can grow, is a huge deal. So if you subscribe, you're not only helping the content continue to grow, but you're helping us get that much closer to Underground being our full-time career. So please subscribe, youtube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. Smash that like button. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a video from us. And drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know how you're feeling about the episode. Let us know how you're feeling about the content, all that good stuff. youtube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. And as you all know, unless you're new, then welcome. This show is proudly presented by the City of Vineland, and the City of Vineland Municipal Calendar features city-organized, city-sponsored, and city-affiliated events that are of public interest. The calendar, which is accessible at vinelandcity.org, is a good way for residents and visitors to build awareness, remain engaged with city government, and participate in local events. You can also follow the City of Vineland on social media via their Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube pages. And through these tools, you can stay connected to the community and get important announcements about programs and services offered by the city. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast.
Hello, I'm Mayor Anthony Fanucci. Vineland, New Jersey offers both a great business location and an outstanding quality of life. But don't just take my word for it, the experts agree. We're proud to be recognized as a premier food processing and logistics hub, one of New Jersey's most affordable and desirable cities, and one of the best places to retire in the country. Visit vinelandcity.org and see how our resources can work for you. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus. I'm sitting here recording this on Christmas Eve, early afternoon, so I'm sure a lot more things will come out as we approach game day. But nonetheless, the Eagles are getting set to go up to Buffalo in an all-time fandom matchup. We all know Bills Mafia, Eagles Nation. We're the two best fan bases out there in terms of just optics and people wanting us to clash in Super Bowls and all that good stuff. But it's Eagles-Bills up at Orchard Park. It's going to be a fun one. There's a lot on the line in this game. I'm pretty sure the Bills are still alive for their division for the AFC East title, so they have a lot on the line to play for. The Eagles are still alive for the 2 seed. In this one, yeah, the Bills are still alive for their division because they play the Jets and then the Patriots play the Dolphins week 18, so there's a lot to ride for. The Patriots this week play the Jets and the Bills play the Eagles, so we could potentially nullify the Bills winning their division if we handle business, but the big thing is obviously the Eagles have a chance at the 2 seed, and I think it all comes down to week 18, it looks like. Yeah, the Eagles couldn't clinch the 2 seed this week. The Eagles would have to win out. And the Bears would have to lose 1 of 2 of their remaining games. And that would be the Lions or the 49ers. No, they have to lose out the Bears in order for that to happen. Yeah, so the Bears would have to lose out pretty much if the Eagles want to have a shot at the 2 seed. Which, I mean, is possible. They play the Lions and the 49ers, who are no pushovers, even though the Lions are having a down season. They're not a pushover team. They still have a very talented offense. They still have players on that defense. So it's not as easy as it looks. I would love for the Eagles to get the 2 seed. Don't get it twisted. If there's any opportunity to get a higher seed, you do it. I've seen a lot of people talking about, bench the guys this week and next week, stay healthy for the playoffs. No. You play this week for sure. You go balls to the wall and play like it's a playoff game. You are playing against a team that you could very well see in the postseason when the Super Bowl rolls around. You go belt to ass and do what you can to win this game. This is a very important game for both teams. No matter how you dice it up, you want to see the offense clicking at this point in the season. You want to see the defense getting back into a groove. Jalen Carter's going to be back. Lane Johnson is going to be back. That changes a lot about what this team is going to be able to do against Buffalo. And if you have any opportunity to move up, the 2 seed's so important because whoever the 1 seed ends up being, whether it's the 49ers, whether it's the Rams, whether it's the Seahawks, if any of them end up losing in the divisional round and the Eagles are able to progress out of Wild Card Weekend and win their divisional round matchup, they then have home field advantage for the NFC Championship game. And think about how important home field advantage has been for the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, you're going to have a home playoff game regardless because you won the division. No matter where you're seeding it, you're going to have at least one home game. There's potential for 2 if you get the 2 seed. And then if the 1 seed ends up losing in the divisional round, bada bing, you've got home field advantage throughout. So there's a lot to play for, and I would much rather be at home for the postseason than have to go on the road. And that's with any team. Like, no matter what team you're a fan of, you'd much rather be in front of your home fans in a known environment, a stadium you feel comfortable playing at, than to be in a hostile road environment and playing against a team that has that backing of their home fans, that has the 12th man on the field. Give me any possibility for the Eagles to be the number 2 seed. I'm all for the Eagles being the 2 seed. Let's see what the overall optics are. So they have about a 12 to 13% chance, I think. So they have an 87% chance of the 3 seed, which is like a lock. They're not getting any lower than 3. And they have a 12% chance of the 2 seed. The 2 seed is if Chicago loses its final 2 games and the Eagles win their final 2. But the Eagles would also have to beat the Bills. The Bears play the 49ers and Lions. There's also a scenario that involves 3 other teams losing. The Bears play Sunday night, so the number 2 seed will still be a possibility when the Eagles kick off against the Bills. The more likely scenario is the number 3 seed in that case. They would then host the number 6 seed in the opening round, which would more than likely be the 49ers. There's a chance it's the Packers, there's a chance it's the Seahawks, and there's a chance it's the Rams. I mean, the 49ers, I think, are a Trojan horse type team. They have the offense, but their defense is horrific. They're so injured. The Seahawks, it's Sam Darnold. They have a great defense, don't get it twisted, but Sam Darnold, I love the Eagles' defense against Sam Darnold. Don't get that twisted at all. I think the Rams would be fascinating because you beat them earlier this year, but it was on a walk-off. And I still think you played them well. It was just so early in the season. And I don't know what it would look like now. And then the Packers, you beat them, and it was an ugly game. It was at Lambeau. And I still think the Eagles are a better team than the Packers. But give me the 2 seed. Give me the 2 seed. Like, there's no other way to slice and dice it up. Like, if you don't want the 2 seed, I need to hear from you. Speakpipe.com/undergroundsportsphiladelphia, because I don't know what your thought process is whatsoever. So let me know if you're anti-2 seed, because that to me is crazy. But the Eagles and the Bills playing each other this week. Let's see if the Bills have an injury report out just yet. Josh Allen injured? What? I feel like this is a gotcha headline. Yeah, Josh Allen's going to play. Foot injury, though. Not great. So Tuesday's walkthrough, Matt Prater, Jordan Phillips, Jordan Poyer, Daquan Jones, Dalton Kincaid, Cam Lewis, and Joey Bosa did not practice during Tuesday's walkthrough for the Bills. Interesting. Bills are a little banged up. Let's see if there's a full injury report on their website. Nothing just yet. I feel good about the Eagles in this matchup because our defense. You have Jalen Carter returning. Jordan Davis then gets freed up. Moro Jomo gets a little more freedom to be creative on the interior. It gives Jalen Phillips and Jalix Hunt a lot more looks. It gives Brandon Graham a little bit more of a look. Nakobe Dean seems like he's going to be okay, and that's huge. Zach Bond, it's going to give looks to. And I mean, our Pro Bowl cornerback duo, Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, I think are going to have phenomenal games, especially because the Bills don't have wide receivers that scare me. And I know that probably sounds silly to say, but like we've talked about it as an NFL consensus all year. Like Khalil Shakir is a good wide receiver, but on an elite team, he's a wide receiver 2 at best. Josh Palmer does not scare me. Brandon Cooks is ancient. Gabe Davis has barely been playing this year. Mecole Hardman does not scare me. Tyrell Shavers, Keon Coleman has been a healthy scratch multiple times this year. I'm not terrified of their receivers. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox are banged up. It's James Cook. If you can stop the run game for the Bills, you're in good shape. Getting after Josh Allen will be imperative from this pass rush, but their receivers don't scare me at all. Khalil Shakir versus Quinyon Mitchell is going to be absolute scenes. I mean, Khalil Shakir has 684 yards receiving this year, and I believe he's their leading receiver. Yeah, 684 yards is their leading receiver. That doesn't scare me. It's James Cook and Josh Allen. It's honing in on those guys. They are a run-first team. James Cook has over 1,500 yards rushing this year. They are a run-first team. Stop the run. And guess what the Eagles do a really good job at? Stopping the run for the most part. There's been a couple hiccups here and there, but the Eagles' defense has been elite this year. They're like the 3rd overall defense, I think, right now. Total defense. Where do they have the Eagles? They have them in 12. What? Oh, that's through week 16. Okay. I mean, passing defense for the Eagles, 7th. Rushing defense for the Eagles is where? 21st. That's skewed because of the Bears game. Scoring defense, the Eagles have allowed the 3rd fewest points in the NFL. 19.3 points allowed per game. Eagles are tied for 4th in the red zone in terms of defense. They've only allowed 50% touchdown rate in the red zone. 3rd down defense is pretty average. They're 18th. They need to be better there. But if you stop the run, and I know James Cook is probably the best running back the Eagles will face this year in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I'm trying to remember some of the early running backs they played this year. Yeah, I mean, like, Rams, Buccaneers. Like, the Buccaneers didn't really run on us, did they? No, Bucky Irving had 63 yards. Kyron Williams had 94 yards. So he held him under 100. Like, the top running backs this year, the Eagles have really shut down. Josh Jacobs had 74 yards. Gibbs and Montgomery were shut down. 39 yards and 27 yards, respectively. It was the Bears game that really screwed us when Monungai and DeAndre Swift both ran for over 125 yards for Swift, 130 for Monungai, and we were just deplorable in that game. Those were 100-yard rushers to Scatabo. Scatabo was under 100. He just popped off in that first game. What did the Chargers do? Yeah, they didn't have 100-yard rushers. So the only 100-yard rushers, it seems, that the Eagles have had were the 2 Bears running backs. Because I don't think the Broncos ran for 100 yards. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins only had 79. The Eagles have only allowed 2 100-yard rushers this year. That's pretty impressive. Did the Cowboys have? Yeah, Javonte Williams under 100. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. the Eagles have only had 2 players, and they were on the same team, run for 100 yards on them this year. And that's what's skewing our run defense. Like, the Chiefs did not have a 100-yard rusher, that's for certain. Yeah, Mahomes was their leading rusher at 66. So, yeah, I mean, Monangai and DeAndre Swift are the only 2 100-yard rushers the Eagles defense have given up this year, and it was in the same game, which is terrible, but comparatively speaking, the rest of your games, as you sit here at 10-5, was that 14 games you've denied teams a 100-yard rusher? That's pretty fucking awesome from this run defense. And I get, the Bears game is a tough one to kind of look back on and optically know that you gave up 2 100-yard rushers in the same game. But overall, you've given up 2 100-yard rushers in 15 games. That's pretty good percentage-wise. That's what? Less than a third? Yeah, it's 13%. 13% of your games. That's pretty good. And if you deny the Bills, if you can contain James Cook and Josh Allen, there's a good chance that Monangai and DeAndre Swift are the only 100-yard rushers you have against your defense this entire season. And to me, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. So that's going to be the key there in this game against the Bills, is nullifying that run offense that they have and being able to contain Josh Allen on the run, being able to contain James Cook, because the Bills defense, they're banged up. They give up, 28.9 points per game is what they score. It's easy to process this, just looking at stats and everything, but if the Eagles are able to look anything like they've looked the last 2 games, and I get they were lesser opponents, but if they can establish the run, if they can get Jalen Hurts some good looks with good pass protection, the Eagles should have a pretty quality game. No doubt about it. And like I said, 684 yards is their leading receiver. Dalton Kincaid is the next one at 523. They're privy to fumbling. James Cook has 6 fumbles this year. 3 lost, 1 recovered. Josh Allen, 5 fumbles. So 11 fumbles between their 2 leading rushers. That's something to definitely optically pay attention to. And I don't know. I just have a weird, good feeling about this game, and the Eagles have really given a lot of new looks the past couple of weeks to really make you feel good about where things are going towards the playoffs. I'd rather this team start to figure it out now and look good heading into the playoffs than not. That's just flat out plain and simple. That's how you should feel. You should feel good about where this team is right now. And if you don't, you don't like fun. And this team is playing good football right now. They're playing fun football. And I think we should all be excited for this game on Sunday. And I have no qualms. I'm very excited to see what they're going to be able to do. And like I said, it all comes down to containing James Cook, containing Josh Allen, and the defense being opportunistic, and then giving your offense a chance. And now that you have Lane Johnson back, which we all know when Lane Johnson plays, the Eagles are a far superior team. Look at the games that they've lost this year. Look at the games that the Eagles have lost this year. They lost to the Giants, which I don't know if Lane Johnson played in that one or not. I forget. It was that short week. I know guys were out. Jalen Carter missed that game. But you look, the Cowboys game, Lane was out. The Bears game, Lane was out. The Chargers game, Lane was out. It's more often than not when Lane Johnson misses games, the Eagles lose. And I know that's not a great thing to tout out there, but with Lane coming back, I feel a lot more comfortable, and that's no slight to Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson has filled in admirably for Lane Johnson. But when you have Lane Johnson in there, and then you can have Fred Johnson as your swing tackle now and have a little more depth there on that offensive line, it changes a lot of things. So I feel good about where the Eagles are heading into this game here as we sit here midweek, but just gear up. It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a fun game. We're gonna have a lot of highs. We're probably gonna have some lows. But at the end of the day, I think if the Eagles execute and they do their job defensively, they're going to walk away victorious in this game and still have a shot at the number 2 seed. Plain and simple. And speaking of gearing up, there's no better place to gear up with your favorite sports teams than with our friends at 47. Guys, we love 47 here at Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's truly. It is the official, unofficial hat partner. The unofficial, official hat partner. I should say I screwed that up. The unofficial, official hat partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. They're dropping new things every single day, it feels like. They've got new retro logos for all your favorite sports teams. The Eagles collection that is available to you, just from a headwear perspective alone, is second to none. I am literally, I have a bookmark for 47's website to just scroll through and sift through all of the goodies that they have available from the Carhartt collection. They've got the beanies in stock now. The diamond hitch is one of my favorite designs. They've got some really, really awesome stuff. They've got exclusives to 47's website. The new Frostbite collection is available. No better way to gear up with your favorite sports team than with 47. Use our link in the description to shop with 47 and join the 47 family today, and you get free shipping on all orders from our friends at 47. So use that link in the description to shop with 47 and get free shipping when you join the 47 family. And we thank 47 for being a proud partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. Yeah, I'm feeling good about the Birds. I'm feeling good about where they're at, and I think we should all just be ready to celebrate the holiday season, and there's no better place to celebrate and no better celebration beverage than our friends at Kenwood Beer, the official beer partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's a refreshing light beer, just 4.1% ABV, 120 calories, just 8 grams of carbs. You guys can go to kenwoodbeer.com, use the Kenny Finder to see who's got Kenwood Beer on tap in the Philadelphia, New Jersey, Delaware, Pittsburgh, and Maryland areas. You can also find Kenwood Beer at your local liquor stores in those markets. Again, that's kenwoodbeer.com. Must be 21 or older to do so. And as always, guys, please drink and celebrate responsibly. We'll shift from the Birds to the Fly Guys, the Philadelphia Flyers, ladies and gentlemen, as we head into the NHL's holiday break. The Philadelphia Flyers are on fire. They are doing the damn thing. They are currently in second place in the division. First time since 2011-2012 that they go into the winter break in second place or better in the division. They are on pace for 103 points this year, which, perspective-wise, let's take a look here. Flyers point total history. Let's see. Flyers record year by year. Season by season. Here we go. Philadelphia Flyers. Point total wise. Last year. Just last year, everyone. 2024-2025, the Flyers had 76 points. 76 points. They sit at 45 right now. And like I said, they're on pace for 103 points, which the last time they scored 103 points in a season, or tallied, I should say, not scored, but the last time they tallied 103 points, 2011-2012. 2011-2012, the last time that they tallied 103 points or more. They did in 2010, 2011, obviously, when they went to the Stanley Cup. They did in 05, 06, 03, 04, 02, 03, 2000, 2001, and 99, 2000. It's been a long time since they have had a 100-point season. They are on pace for 103 points. They have 45 right now, and like I said, last year scored 76 points for themselves. 76 from 45, ladies and gentlemen, is 31. You divide that by 2. The Flyers need to tally 15 and a half more wins to reach their total points from all of last season. I tried to tell you all a couple of weeks ago when November ended, almost a month ago now, that this Flyers team felt different. They felt fun. And here we are, Christmas Eve, still talking about the Flyers, and they are sitting in the best position they've sat in nearly 15 years. 2011, 2012 was the last time that they were on this pace, that they were sitting in second place in the division. They are a top 6 team in the NHL overall right now. You look at the NHL standings. League-wide, Philadelphia Flyers in 6th place. It's the Avalanche, who are by far and away the best team in the NHL this year. The Dallas Stars, the Minnesota Wild, the Carolina Hurricanes, Detroit Red Wings, Philadelphia Flyers. This team rocks. The Philadelphia Flyers are giving us hope, and I know a lot of people are skeptical and scared because we get built up about our teams, and then sometimes they get yanked away from us. This team feels different, and I think a lot of it has to do with Rick Tocchet. I think a lot of it has to do with Trevor Zegras. A lot of it has to do with the incredible goaltending they have had all season long. They're 19, 10, and 7. And not only those 7 overtime games, they have played well in overtime in the shootout. So you're collecting 7 points there alone. And then you look at what they've done in the shootout. You look at how they've played in overtime. There have been more positives from that than negatives this year. They're 2 points behind the Red Wings, who have 2 games played more than the Flyers. And they're 2 points behind the Hurricanes for first place in the Metropolitan Division. Like, conference standing-wise, the Flyers are in 3rd place in the Eastern Conference. Not just their division. 3rd place in the Eastern Conference. And they've played less games than the team that's ahead of them in the Detroit Red Wings. And they're 2 points behind the Hurricanes, who lead our division. It sounds crazy. And I know it's wild that we're sitting here in a year that was supposed to be year 2 of the rebuild, and I still view it as that. But something about this Flyers team just feels different. They are playing elite hockey at home. They're 11, 5, and 4 at home. They went BTA in their last 2 games against the Canucks at home to close out the home schedule for 2025. When they won 5-2 on Monday. They win 3-1 against the Blackhawks on Tuesday night in Chicago. Sunday at Seattle, a team that is not good by any stretch of the imagination. They are a beatable team. And then Tuesday, the 30th, they are at the Canucks, a team that they just went BTA on and +3 in the goal differential disparity. And then New Year's Eve, they play at Calgary, who are one of the worst teams in the NHL. You look at it now, and I said, what was the game? I'm trying to remember. It was after the Hurricanes, I think. After that Hurricane stretch. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Yeah, because it was 16 total points. The Sabres game was a little bit of a bump in the road. They picked up a point against the Rangers, 2 points against the Canadiens, 2 points against the Canucks, 2 points against the Blackhawks. So that was 6 7 points there. They have a chance for 2, 4, 6 more points up for grabs in 2025. If they can get to 51 points going into 2026, hachi machi. This team is incredible. There's like, they are just so fun, and they're giving off a vibe that, like, you want to root for these guys. You know, you have the long-standing veteran in Travis Konechny, who has been in our lives for a decade. You have the new blood of Zegras and Michkov and Bobby Brink, and it sucks that a guy like Forster is out. You have the captain in Sean Couturier. Owen Tippett is playing well. Christian Dvorak has been a revelation of a signing. You have Jamie Drysdale. You have Cam York, Travis Sanheim, Noah Cates. Carl Grundstrom has been awesome. Like, this team is just playing team hockey. And to witness what they are doing right now is special. And if you're not behind this team, you're missing out on a lot of fun. I know I've been sounding repetitive here in a lot of ways, but man, they are playing a great brand of hockey right now. Sitting in 6th place overall in the NHL, 3rd place overall in the Eastern Conference, 2nd place in the Metropolitan Division, just 2 points behind the Carolina Hurricanes. If they would have won one of those games against the Hurricanes, we'd be sitting here talking about them potentially being in 1st place. They are on fire. It's a kudos to Rick Tocchet. It's a kudos to Trevor Zegras, who has really, it's felt like he has infused a new, like, life source into the organization. He needs to be a Flyer for life. And, you look at the games coming out of, the final stretch of 2025. You have Edmonton, who are like a quality team this year. That'll be a good matchup in Edmonton. You have the Ducks at home on January 6th. January 8th, you have the Maple Leafs, who are not good. They're the worst team one of the worst teams in the entire Eastern Conference. Then you have the Lightning twice. Lightning strikes twice in Philadelphia. Then you're back against the Sabres, get your lick back. Then you get a Penguins game, you get the Rangers, get your lick back there. Golden Knights, the Mammoth, the Avalanche, the Islanders at home, the Blue Jackets at the Bruins, home against the Kings. That's all of January. This is shaping up to be a very exciting Flyer season, and it's getting me juiced up that we're potentially on the horizon for playoff hockey. And I know everyone wants to poo-poo it and wants to be down on it, but guess what? I'm excited. I want playoff hockey. The city of Philadelphia is better when we have playoff hockey. It's just a fact. Like, and we saw it when we finally got playoff baseball back. Like, Philadelphia is a more fun place when Red October is a thing. Philadelphia is a great place, obviously, when we have playoff football. Philadelphia is bumping when the Sixers are in the playoffs and are playing well. And we still have yet to see them get past the second round, but we need to see that. But Philadelphia is a buzzing place when playoff hockey is alive and well. And it feels like we are trending towards that possibility. And I mean, let's see. NHL playoff pie chart. Money puck. Let's take a look at the Flyers' chances. Right now, the Flyers have a 53.8% chance to make the playoffs. They are slated for a 23% chance to make the second round, a 9.7% chance to make the third round, and a 4.2% chance to make the final. And right now, they have a 1.8% chance to win the cup, according to Money Puck. And Money Puck has them slated for 94.2 points. And the Flyers, a 7.8% chance to win the division. I don't know when this was last updated. It was updated today. They're slating the Flyers as a top 3 team in the East, which is nice. That's always nice. I can't stress it enough, guys. You need to go and get behind this Flyers team. Getting behind this Flyers team will do so much good for you in terms of just getting behind a fun team and understanding what they are going to be able to accomplish this season with the young players that they have. I love where this team is at right now, and I think if you're giving them a chance, you're going to enjoy what you see. Trevor Zegras is a superstar. I want to pull up their point totals again here for the Flyers. 25, 26, bada bing. 2025, 2026 Flyers. Here we go. Points. Trevor Zegras, 37 points. Konechny, 33. Dvorak, 24. Owen Tippett, 22. Couturier, 21. Noah Cates and Michkov, 20. They have 7 guys with 20-plus points. Bobby Brink and Jamie Drysdale right behind them. Zegras, Konechny, Tippett, Forster, all with 10 goals. And Forster's unfortunately done for the year, but 4 guys with double-digit goals. Zegras, Konechny, 20-plus assists already. Dvorak, Couturier, Drysdale, Sanheim, Cam York, Owen Tippett, Noah Cates, Michkov, all with double-digit assists. 10 guys with double-digit assists on this team. They are playing team hockey, and when it's going good, this team is buzzing. Just get behind them. Embrace this Flyers team, and we are going to have a fun stretch during this winter time period and then into the spring, and potentially having playoff hockey going on at the same time as Phillies baseball is going to be electric. I love it. I'm excited. I need it. Just like I need you guys to check out our friends at Biñho. We love Biñho here at Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's the next big tabletop game for your man cave, your she shed, your tailgates, your parties. You break out the Biñho board this holiday season, you're going to be the talk of your holiday event. It's paper football meets foosball for the next big tabletop flicking experience. You guys can use our link in the description to shop with Biñho. And when you go to checkout, use code BiñhoBennett62, and you get 10% off your entire order from our friends at Biñho. Again, use our link in the description so Biñho knows you're coming from us. And when you go to checkout, get 10% off your entire order when you use code BiñhoBennett62 at checkout. And we thank Biñho for being a proud partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. Last bit here. It's the holiday season, and I figured, we'll do a little comparison of holiday movies and movie characters to our favorite teams and athletes. The one that stands out to me, with the excitement and the joy that Buddy the Elf has about Christmas, that's how I feel about the Philadelphia Flyers. And Buddy the Elf's dad is your old school Flyers fan that is just woe is me, Negadelphian, doesn't think anything's going to be possible. But Buddy the Elf is going to inspire, just like this Flyers team is going to inspire a new generation of Flyers fans to get behind this team. I think Elf is the perfect comparison for the Philadelphia Flyers. Buddy the Elf is like Trevor Zegras, being overly excited about what this team's going to be able to accomplish, and I love that for Trevor Zegras. So that's my comparison there for the Philadelphia Flyers, is they are Elf. The Philadelphia Eagles, classic champions, winning it all, doing it year in and year out. They are Charlie Brown Christmas. The Eagles are Charlie Brown Christmas. They just are the consistency factor for all of us. They bring it out in all of us. It takes us to that nostalgia of just being the best at our craft, and Charlie Brown is just that. The Peanuts are the best, and that's what the Philadelphia Eagles are to me. So Charlie Brown Christmas, the Philadelphia Eagles, it's a perfect match. The Sixers. You know, they've got this young infusion of talent. They've got the savvy veteran. The Sixers is a tough one. You know what? The Sixers are the nightmare before Christmas. Because they gave us a nightmare before Christmas with a loss to the Brooklyn Nets that I don't even want to talk about with so many guys out. But the Sixers are the nightmare before Christmas. They are a classic and somehow always find a way for us to be living in a nightmare with certain things. So they are the nightmare before Christmas. And then the Philadelphia Phillies. The Philadelphia Phillies. Who do I want to comp the Phillies to? The Phillies are a Christmas story. They are a Christmas story. Because at the end of the day, sometimes we shoot our eyes out, kid. There it is. There it is. The Philadelphia Wings. The Wings are... What do I want to comp the Wings to? The Wings are the Santa Claus because it helps us bring out that childhood flair in us. They left and came back. They are the Santa Claus. And the Philadelphia Water Dogs. I mean, there's so many dogs in Christmas movies now. The Philadelphia Water Dogs. They're Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. They were the expansion team, the Island of Misfit Toys. And they've become beloved because they are a champion. They have some of the best players in the league. They are beloved. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is the Philadelphia Water Dogs. So there you have it. Those are my Christmas movie comparisons to our Philadelphia sports teams. The Eagles are Charlie Brown Christmas. The Flyers are Elf. The Sixers are The Nightmare Before Christmas. The Phillies are A Christmas Story. The Wings are the Santa Claus, and the Philadelphia Water Dogs are Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And the Union, I almost forgot. The Philadelphia Union are... Who do I want to comp the Union to? The Union are... You know what? I'll do it. The Union are Home Alone. The Union are Home Alone because their stadium is the only one not in the sports complex. The Union are Home Alone. So, Eagles, Charlie Brown Christmas. Phillies, A Christmas Story. Flyers, Elf. Sixers, Nightmare Before Christmas. The Union, Home Alone. The Wings, the Santa Claus. And the Water Dogs are Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's just the perfect comparisons. I absolutely love what I just did there. I hope you all appreciate that just as much as I did because I thought that was pretty well thought out. And I did all of those on the fly, just looking at the movie posters for those teams. So there you have it, our Philadelphia Christmas comparisons this holiday season. I love it. I make myself laugh sometimes, everyone. Christmas comparisons there and holiday comparisons brought to you by our awesome merch partners at PHI Apparel Company. Guys, there's no better way to stand out in the crowd this holiday season than with our awesome merch partners at PHI Apparel Company because with their unique designs for all, there's no doubt in our minds you will stand out in the crowd. You guys can go to phiapparel.co, and when you go to checkout, use code UNDERGROUND for 10% off your next merch order. Again, that's phiapparel.co, code UNDERGROUND for 10% off your next merch order, and stand out in the crowd with the official merch partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. That is all I've got for you guys on this one. A fun episode. Had a lot of fun gearing up for this holiday season, gearing up for Eagles, Bills, the Flyers just buzzing right now. And just feeling pretty good about where our sports teams are headed directionally right now. A lot of fun stuff happening, which is exciting. Make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI across the board. Keep up to date with everything we got going on here as we gear up for the new year, which is crazy to think that we're a week away from 2026, which will be the biggest year in Underground's history. Make sure you guys are following us. Subscribe to the pod, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave us a 5-star review. It goes a long way for helping this show continue to grow. It helps more people find Underground Sports Philadelphia and our entire catalog of podcasts. And be sure to subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. That is where you get full video episodes of the original 6 shows on this network, twice a week for this show here. Full video episodes, clips, shorts, live streams, original video content. We're at 1,185 subscribers. I need 15 more of you at least to subscribe. I would love 46 more of you to subscribe before the end of the year so we hit our year-end goal. It will make me the happiest human this holiday season. So please, subscribe. Leave a like on the video. Drop a comment in the comment section. And smash that bell icon so you know whenever new videos go live. YouTube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. And this show, ladies and gentlemen, this show is proudly presented by the city of Vineland. And whether you're a company looking to expand, relocate, or you're a new business startup, selecting the right location is critical to your success. Vineland, New Jersey offers not only an affordable business location, but an excellent quality of life. The city's economic development department is a one-stop shop. It's a one-stop source for moving your project through the development and approval process. And their goal is to make this process as smooth as possible and to provide the fastest turnaround times in the region. If you're considering potential locations for your operation, contact the Vineland Economic Development Team at 856-794-4100. That's 856-794-4100. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast. This has been episode number 806, a holiday edition of Underground Sports Philadelphia. I'm your boy KB. For those of you celebrating, have a safe, happy, lovely, wonderful, enjoyable holiday season. And if you're not, have a safe, lovely, wonderful, enjoyable, fun Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday weekend. I'm going to have a fun time celebrating. Probably not going to be too active on the socials, but we'll see. Not much going on. Sixers don't play on Christmas. Flyers don't play. Eagles don't play, so that's fun. But send us your Philly sports-themed gifts. We want to see everything there. But enjoy it. Have a safe and wonderful holiday season, holiday week. We will be back on Monday. We will have an episode for you on Monday breaking down the Eagles, Bills, breaking down the Flyers, the Sixers, whatever happens with the Phillies in free agency, any moves with the Water Dogs in free agency. The Philadelphia Wings do have a game this weekend, so we'll probably talk about that as well. But until then, this has been episode number 806 of Underground Sports Philadelphia. I'm your boy KB. Enjoy Stranger Things as well. I'll talk to you on Monday. But until then, I'm getting the heck up out of here, and I'm signing off. Go Birds, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.